that Ivysaur in this matchup is so good.
Yeah. Is this kind of what happened in the winners' final set?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We saw no Squirtle, we saw a little bit of Charizard, but mostly just Ivysaur. And it's just those mid-range tools and how strong they are and how difficult it is as Steve to play around with.
Yeah, from what I understand, like, Ivysaur's Razor Leaf kind of just beats Minecraft no matter what.
Yeah.
Also, again, with like the TNT, just kind of removing it from the situation.
Yeah, the fact that you can damage blocks and still go through it. Some good pressure from Gaia. I love that setup, actually. The attempt to catch the tether, and we're seeing better advantage state from Gaia this time around.
Yeah,
Charizard's a big body. He's going to get NIL'd. Ooh, 70% on Stone.
Yeah, that was a really quick first stock on the part of Gaia. Hello, now going to be trying to take out this Steve with the Charizard. Let's see how that goes for him. The block! Almost trying to get the combo into the back end. That was very scary.
Gaia looking very different to the last set. You can tell that he's thought about this matchup a little bit more. He's had some time to consider it, to contemplate it, and he's prepared. He's ready. Oh, the Flare Blitz! The Flare Blitz low-profile minecart! Oh
So
my
many
God.
wacky interactions, as you've seen so many times with these characters.
In low-profile Steve up smash, that is wild.
Yeah, I mean, Gaia managed to get the stock afterwards, but still,
Yeah.
you got to be wary of those ones.
Oh,
And
the
we are
frame
seeing back
one-
to the Charizard.
Yeah, the frame run combo break. Smart as well because it's a kill situation, so you don't mind being in Charizard.
Yeah.
You see, like, worse PTs switch in situations where they really shouldn't, but you need to consider, you know, the percent you're at, the percent your opponent's at, and think, you know, do I want to play this matchup?
Yeah, exactly. And Hollow, you know, generally doing pretty good at that, but this first game, at the very least, it looks like it is struggling. Gaia has made some serious changes from the last set, and they are paying off. Will the back throw do it? Or the up throw?
I like the attempted DI mix-up. He's going to pick up the back air anyway. And he is at a decent deficit. Playing a deficit against Steve isn't great. He seems to be going for Zard a little bit more than anything else. He's really fishing for that Nair grab. Which is interesting because you'd think you'd want to play Ivy just to kind of keep Steve at bay here.
Yeah, it very well could be just kind of a I'm at high percent, I want to be heavy kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, your tail is kind of disjointed as well, so you can use it to kind of zone him out a little bit.
Yeah, definitely a little bit. Finding the jab here, trying to get some damage started, but he does get hit by the grounding hit of the anvil. And will this forward air do it?
Yeah, nice patience. A lot of Steves would swing earlier there, but Gaia knows to wait.
Absolutely. And so we are going to see the first game go to Gaia. Do you know if the last one was a 3-0? Or was it?
The last one, yeah, the last one was a 3-0 in Hollow's favor.
The last one a 3-0 in Hollow's favor. So this one already looking better for Gaia than the last set. What do you think the chances of seeing the Banjo come out are?
Probably low.
Probably low.
I don't think Banjo does terribly, but considering how well the PT did last time, unless we see a reset, I just really doubt it. I think you would need a reset to even consider it because the PT worked so well and it's clearly a matchup that's in his favor. It's clearly a character that he's good at. So I don't know why you'd switch. It's interesting that we're seeing a lot of PS2 though.
Yeah, definitely like a really good stage for Steve. Obviously Steve gets like more iron, I think, on PS2.
No, he actually gets more stone.
Oh, okay.
Which is good because it allows him to, like, now that he's got NILs, he doesn't use dirt as much for combos. Like, it doesn't matter what block he uses because he doesn't need to wait for the block duration to run out. So having stone walls that can be built up longer just lets you get mine more resources. You get your first iron a little bit later, but you get more iron overall.
Interesting. Okay. Definitely. Just so much weird knowledge you have for Steve. Like, no
Yeah.
one knows that.
I know that. I learned
You know
it.
that. I respect that.
I
nothing
learned.
but respect for that.
I've learned too much stuff. At one point I went to Kazuya Discord and I was like, you know all of his moves?
Tell
Should
me
I
their
learn
names.
all of the names? And then someone gave me like a graphic and were like, yes. As a commentator, you should. And then I memorized them and never used them.
I was gonna say that's like the most analyst commentator thing ever. I love that.
Like the most. The problem is that when I started doing it, my co-commentator didn't know what I was talking about, neither did chat.
Yes, he's hitting him with a zingly zongly on.
Ziggly soggly.
Yeah, but anyway, getting into the actual match, we are seeing Hollow looking pretty good so far, having Steve at a very high percent. Not willing to switch off the Ivysaur just yet because, you know, the guy hasn't really had any kind of long advantage states yet to force him to. Yeah, like we said in the last game, there was a lot of Charizard, which wasn't really working out too well, so we're seeing more of the Ivysaur. We'll see the Charizard now, though. Yep, and a quick up smash back into Swirl, and straight back to the Ivysaur.
Yeah, again, just a much better execution of this game plan now. He's playing on a wider stage, which is what you want.
Yeah, that's definitely what you want when you're kind of trying to play this long / mid-range games. Just kind of keep Steve as far away from you as possible. Really.
Yeah, not a lot of people realize PS2 is the widest stage in the game. It is a very good stage for Steve, in part for that reason. But oh my god!
The hitbox extension off of the Razor Leaf. Not quite going to take the stock. Wow, that setup was scary.
That was nice. I love the pressure. So innovative from Gaia to cover the jump and also put him in a box and put a hitbox there.
Exactly, and then even when the box opened, the only thing that was waiting for Hollow was an F smash, which did hit the mark and take the stock. And now we're seeing the up tilt chains, but not quite. Hollow gets a back throw and a dash attack, rolling up the damage on Gaia.
No pick on deck is going to limit Hollow's combo routes. Gaia's combo routes, but he does find it in the end.
And this Flare Blitz reacting off of the crafting table. It doesn't actually kill it in one hit. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Charizard sucks.
It's really interesting. It's because Flare Blitz is like a really weird multi-hit. It does a similar thing with blocks where it just doesn't do a lot.
Yeah, it has 2 hits. The first hit is like a triggering hit, and then the second hit is the explosion. And the explosion just doesn't seem to affect any of the blocks for some reason, which is very strange. But yeah, anyway, back into the actual game. Hollow is struggling here to get back to the stage through these blocks. He can't really throw out an attack. The guy is just setting up such a good defensive. Hollow's really struggling to deal with.
I love that hole that he's made a couple of times now just to make it really awkward to get out of the corner and give him more setups. And it worked a treat. I mean, he kept Hollow in disadvantage for a really long time. Again, losing neutral a lot, but it doesn't matter because he's playing Steve and he has those good ledge trap setups and he has that great knowledge of combo routes. So he doesn't need to win neutral all the time. He doesn't have a great neutral to win with, especially in the last 2 matchups.
Yeah, absolutely. Gaia just playing so strongly right here. He's got the setups, he's got the traps, and it seems like Hollow doesn't know what to do there.
Yeah, this is the constant cat and mouse game of Steve, is that we're seeing Gaia bring out new block setups in new sets. He's thought about the last set and thought, what would work here? And now it's Hollow's chance, potentially in a reset, to adapt to those extra setups. And that's just the cycle that Steve is in, where he has the edge and then you have the edge and then he has the edge. It's just constant innovation over and over again. It's fascinating, but it must be kind of annoying to deal with if you're not a fan of it.
Yeah, that's Steve. Fascinating, but really, really annoying. But yeah, speaking of annoying, Ivysaur Razor Leaf doing a lot of work here for Hollow. The percents are looking pretty even, but obviously with Steve's kill power, that may not be the best thing for Hollow. You're going to see the down throw, we're going to see the whip! Haven't seen that since 1.0.
Oh, you love to see it from Hollow, a little bit of old-fashioned gimmicks going on, and getting a lot of damage as well here. And what's good is that Gaia's just getting better at mining resources and finding iron. What we saw in the last set was that Gaia would be trapped without iron, and then without iron, it's really easy to juggle Steve because he doesn't have a down air. Oh, I like the idea.
I like the attempt for sure. And yeah, Hollow doing a really good job of just holding on to this last stock. He has got himself out of those walls the guy was setting up, and he is now just trying to find his own way to get more damage on him.
Mexican standoff was that.
And just the forward smash, gonna send Gaia way off stage. Gaia at 93, probably kill percent realistically, if Hollow can get Gaia above him. But
Nice.
yeah,
Really
the
great.
tools from Gaia not quite doing enough.
Yeah, great overshoot to just catch Hollow drifting back. Okay, I love
Trying to be cheeky.
Yeah, a little bit of ledge mix-ups, but just stalling for a bit too long, guys, anyway. Still got a decent lead, though. Oh, okay. Why not? You're invincible. You're invincible. Just
why
go
not?
for it.
Just make an explosion. It's fine. You love to see it from Hollow, throwing out the options and making them work. Not wanting to go down 3-0 here and take the reset. He is trying to fight their way back against Gaia here.
I love the little crouch there to just duck under any like minecart attempt or any rising aerial. But Gaia just didn't go for it. And, you know, Steve grounded options, still pretty good.
Yeah, always definitely very good. As is this stock lead right now from Hollow, but that is starting to fade away as Gaia gets more damage, but actually fighting its way back out. Guess we're just going back and forth between these two as they're both desperately trying to hold on to their stocks. Hollow getting sent pretty far off stage here, but he does make it back to the whip. What does Gaia have to keep him in the corner? Not a lot, just kind of deciding to back off here. Just play it safe, not take more damage, but that is exactly what he's doing against this Ivysaur.
Ooh, the frame one switch again, and the DI mix up as well, coming in clutch there, because that could have been bad. And Hollow looking to take it. Is that a tweak moment? That's the question.
Uh-oh, this is fine. Not a huge punish on that one, but very tense. I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, good catch on the landing with the up smash. That is going to be a stock for Gaia. Will Hollow go down 3-0 in this set? He tries the up smash gimmick again.
These down Bs are so clutch, and again, he knows the situation. He knows to switch to Charizard at, you know, a high kill situation, high stakes. You need to find that kill. It doesn't matter. I can switch to Zard. I can take the hit, you know. But now he doesn't have that option available to him because he doesn't want to switch to Squirtle here.
Yeah, I think that, honestly, he could have switched when Gaia was sent so far off stage. I'm not sure that playing Charizard is the play here, but can Hollow make it work? That is for him to decide, not us. And wow!
The armor!
He does armor through, but doesn't hit. And the Diamond F Smash sending him so far off stage. Can Gaia make this comeback like we've seen against Solid Gamer? That does seem to be something that he's very good at. And Hollow just chasing him across the stage, trying to find this final hit that'll take the stock. But can he do it?
Oh, this is...
Will it be up throw? Will up throw
Can
take
he clutch
it?
it out?
It's kill screen? Yes,
Yeah,
it will
right.
do it.
Not
No.
a tweak moment. Not a tweak
Not
moment.
a tweak moment. Yeah, not this time for Hollow. They do secure out that game, and that is not going to be a reset just yet.
Yeah.
And just yet being the operative term there, because there is still two more games that Hollow needs to win here in order to secure their win. People in the crowd saying, "Hurry up, we gotta go pub." Everyone having a great time here at Wavesmash.
I want to go home.
We want to go to the pub. We want to get drinks. Welcome to Portsmouth.
That's the question. If you just want to go to the pub, are you wanting Gaia to win really quick, or are you wanting the reverse 3-0?
Nah, you want to reverse through.
Yeah.
These games be going.
Someone said we have 2 seconds. The crowd,
The crowd love PT Steve. I'm not gonna lie. They love it. They absolutely love it.
yeah, I mean, it is fun to watch this level of counterplay against Steve, but without the destructiveness of the last set and the pace, it can be a little less entertaining to the average spectator. Oh, misses another NIL, but still keeps going.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. This is as entertaining as it gets for me. This is very enjoyable to watch because I want to see Gaia make the win in the bad matchup. You know, seeing a player figure that stuff out, but we are gonna see Charizard F Smash at 50.
Who cares if you miss the NIL and still get 112 if you're just gonna die at 50 to Charizard F Smash?
Yeah, and you know that's definitely one of those things you'll probably only see once a set, but when it does happen, oh boy, you remember it.
Yeah, it just single-handedly brought the game back to even.
Yeah, absolutely back to even. 2 stocks a piece, and 68% on one of them. That was off of a jab. That's fine.
Frame 4 jab.
Frame 4 jab.
It's short range though, short range.
Yeah,
He
it's
shouldn't,
the range.
to be fair, he shouldn't be in that position. What a frame trap! The shield poke coming from that as well. He's trying to poke a little bit of ledge stalling to deal with the TNT, finds his way around.
Yep, and how does
coming
Hollow
in clutch.
get this back in this game? And F Smash isn't going to do it just yet, but the Zard is out. Down there, not quite taking it.
Okay, just playing around these blocks. We're seeing the stone blocks come out again, just giving you that little bit more time to mine. Hollow being a little bit more patient as a mix-up, kind of standing on the blocks, waiting for Gaia to try and get him out, but he overcommits with the fire breath, just misses that. It's a smart idea, but it didn't work out. And straight back to Ivy.
Yeah, Flame Breath, not the play there, but the Ivysaur looking to make some plays of its own. But actually, off of a jab, we're going to see another 57%.
Really smart. He hit the sword fair there, so obviously Steve's short hop macro aerials are different to his other aerials.
Yeah.
So he has like a sword forward air and a sword back air.
Yeah, shades of Kazuya with these randomly just different moves.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
DLC have normal control scheme challenge.
Lamau. Oh,
What
the
a
flight
dog!
mix. Looking like a bird out here. Just
my god.
flying over that grass type, and another F Smash to send for Hollow.
He had
to
a
the
PM
other side of the
glide.
stage. Actually. Yeah, I think this is looking very much like we are going to be seeing the grand reset here. Guy gets the forward throw.
This looks like it could be Gaia's game. This classic ledge trap setup comes out. A little bit of stalling, and again, just the shield pressure. It's so difficult to deal with.
The run forward F smash or up smash, scooping up the Charizard into the lava and sending him way off the top. And that is going to be a bracket reset.
Just doing so much better at just keeping him in the corner. We saw a lot of ledge mix-ups in the last set from Hollow, and they just haven't been as effective. Gaia's just so much more willing, instead of chasing, to just kind of sit there, wait, use ledge setups that are a little bit further away, use like big stone blocks that you can't just destroy with Ivy Tether, and just play around it really, really well.
Yep, absolutely. And now we are going into the second set of this grand finals. What kind of adaptations do you want to see from Hollow here?
Well, what's interesting is that we're starting with Scroll. Nope.
No, we're not.
So the main adaptation, I think, is just slightly better movement around Gaia's options. Even though we're playing on the widest stage in the game, Gaia's doing a really good job at cornering him, at just finding a way in, finding out when he's trying to overshoot. And that's the kind of thing that you want Hollow to kind of adapt back to, because it's definitely something that Gaia has figured out in between the sets, but it's not something that Hollow has really found counterplay to yet.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and that's kind of not what we've seen so far in the start of this set, as Guy is doing the exact same as before, getting so much damage without a lot of answer. In fact, an entire stock without much of an answer off of Hollow here.
Yeah, and that was just what we were talking about, in that he was doing such a good job at just finding situations. Wow, what a frame trap.
That was an air dodge read and a switch read simultaneously. That's crazy.
Yeah, beautiful stuff from Gaia. Doing a really good job at just pinning Hollow to the corner. He has finally found a way out. And again, like, Gaia's just doing such a good job at finding when Hollow is going to overshoot, when he's going to hit that wave bounce.
The S-Smash not even taking the stock
Again,
here.
the thing is, the stall, the no anvil stall, that's so smart. You'll have to see it.
That is looking good. And yeah, we're going to see another big chunk of damage coming out here from Gaia. 57% off of an up tilt. Charizard back end, not quite going to do it once again. Hollow is just struggling so much to kill. Will F-Throw take it? It sure will.
Nice job, just adapting to the way that he likes to kind of go up and over a lot of the hitboxes that Hollow throws out in that situation.
I think it is those kind of little situations that Gaia is winning. Even if the matchup isn't necessarily in his favor all the time, Gaia does play really well around his disadvantage.
Yeah, you can tell he's put a lot of work into like learning the matchup, and the main thing, another thing that he's had is just a lot more iron. He's not getting juggled as much because he has access to anvil more, because his wall setups have gotten better, and so he can just get more iron a lot more at the time.
Yeah, absolutely. This is just so hard for Hollow to approach, it seems, in this matchup, which is where the movement you mentioned before really comes into play.
Yeah, Gaia's just done a really good job at adapting to the kind of pressure that Hollow likes to apply, and whilst before it was really easy for him to stuff him out, now Gaia is playing around it really, really well. And like, this is not a winning matchup for Steve, but he's doing such a good job at playing around it and not caring.
Yeah, absolutely. And Gaia once again holding onto his stock for so long. No Razor Leaf into up air for you. And yeah, once again, Gaia off stage. How will he make it back? Uses the block and the minecart, just pushing Hollow away. Down throw still not taking it.
Using the iron, no iron on deck. Up air's going to take it. And again, he has to swing a little wild there. On the ground, you don't have, like, F smash is one of your big kill options, and that's with punishable. You know, you got to be careful about it.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, so it is a question of how or if Hollow is able to get this game back under his control and get the first game of this new set, but it does not look like he's going to. That roll reach from Gaia coming out and wiping away that plant dinosaur.
Yeah, the swipe coming out. Really good catch from Gaia, and again, just getting a lot more out of advantage and finding a lot more wins in neutral as well. This is a really difficult matchup for Steve to win neutral in. You know, Ivy can just keep Steve at bay, keep Steve at mid-range over and over again. That's what we saw in the first set. But Gaia is doing such a good job at calling out when Hollow thinks he's going to retreat and when he tries to overshoot him, and just using that to his advantage to get that extra bit of distance and close that gap.
Yeah, absolutely. And now, speaking of closing the gap, that is what Gaia is trying to do, but he keeps getting stuffed up by these Ivysaur hitboxes. A good start from Hollow, certainly, but we have seen an up tilt and another up air. And that is 47%.
he missed his NIL and he got 47, by the way. Just letting you know.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
I've said that a few times now. That's just Steve behavior, for being honest. I mean, 47's not that bad for a combo start.
No, that's actually fairly standard.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But yeah, Hollow looking really good in this first game at least, but he just reads the switch, doesn't quite get the punish, but the confidence from Gaia there.
He switched onto the platform with his momentum. I don't know if that's like a piece of tech. If it is, he probably didn't do it intentionally.
PT has a weird thing where if their Pokeball is slightly above the platform, because the Pokemon's feet come up first, they end up going onto the platform.
Yeah.
It's very weird.
That's honestly really good because after your frame 1 option, you have another frame 1 option.
Yeah, exactly. And we're going to see the up air coming out from Hollow. Going to take that first stock off of Gaia. And now we are back to the standard Razor Leaf gameplay, as we have been seeing throughout these 2 sets.
And again, those stone walls that we've been seeing, just kind of helping deal with the Razor Leaf a little bit, just because they're a bit too beefy to be taken out by the classic forward air and Razor Leaf. Gaia's done such a good job at covering jump in. You know, he was just waiting for that roll and reacting accordingly. Ooh, almost, but the block got in the way.
We saw a brief. The Skull has done a total of 1 withdrawals worth of percent so far. That's about it. So yeah, he has gone away very quickly to get back to the Panted Ivysaur. Seeing more upper pressure here, but not getting quite a lot of it.
Yeah, a little bit of frustration. It feels like Hollow has also ran out of steam a little bit, dare I say. This isn't like a position that he's been in that many times, you know, top 8 at a regional. He's come through in his side, but...
The coverage from Gaia, but yeah, exactly what you're saying. You honestly can't blame them for being tired during this set. This has been such a long event for them.
It's been a really long event for them, and the tiredness is super understandable. And even though Gaia has, you know, played more games, it just feels like he's a little bit more refreshed. He's a little bit more ready. He wanted a break going in, but it doesn't look like he needed it.
It doesn't look like he needed it. He looks like he is fiery and hungry to get this grand finals win.
He hit the teabag. He wasn't, no, you know what? He wasn't teabagging. He was threatening down smash because the animations look the same.
That is incredibly smart play from Gaia here. Let's see if he can keep it up. He's in such a good position here with Hollow at 65%. He wants this win from loser's side against this horrible matchup for him. Honestly, what he is able to do here with Steve is pretty insane.
Yeah, again, Hollow just keeping him at bay, doing a much better job now of just keeping him out. But he's not finding any big openings, and it's Gaia who, when he gets in, even if he's not getting as many, you know, hits, even if he's not nickeling and diming as much, he's the one. Oh, the DI in, very, very clutch. Very. If he DI'd out there, he was dead. He's got no resources. He's out. No mix-ups.
Yep, the Ivysaur down are going to stuff out that Steve recovery. The vertical recovery on Steve, very weak, whereas the horizontal is, of course, a lot better. So yeah, that down air going to be very effective against Steve's recovery.
Yeah, as soon as he stalled with that down air, you knew that he had to go low. And he had no other options. He couldn't place a block, he couldn't place a minecart, no TNT either. He just had to go in that situation at that point in time. And that made him a little bit explosive.
Yeah, and so now we are 1-1. I wouldn't be surprised if tiredness is setting in for both players at this point, as this set drags on. Both of them want to win this really badly. So honestly, at the moment, I think Gaia's really fiending for this one. He really is. But of course, Hollow not going to be going down without a fight.
Okay, nice catch. Unable to get a block reset there, though.
Yep, and once again, Gaia just forcing Hollow off of the stage, putting up so much pressure here, so much damage early on.
Okay, Hollow doing it a little bit better at just kind of harassing Gaia off ledge, stopping him from getting those setups going. That's really important because when Gaia has gotten those setups going, he's kept Hollow at ledge for a really long time.
Yeah, it is super important. The damage from Gaia, even if it's not the combos, right? It's the ledge trapping, the neutral is really good from him. Even if those aren't the things that people typically think of when they think of Steve.
Yeah, the fact that he's like air-to-airing Ivy successfully is honestly really difficult for Steve to do.
And there we go, the charged up smash off of the minecart going to take that stop from Hollow here. The Charizard has been doing a ton of work throughout this set, just in terms of damage dealing and survivability, but so far, question me whether it's actually enough to beat Gaia here.
He's got the diamond on deck for the next stock though, so he doesn't care. He doesn't care.
Yeah, speaking of next stock, let's just get on with it, alright? Bring out the diamond. Hollow doesn't care.
Yeah, he's got some stone as well, which just, again, it makes it that little bit more difficult to get around him. The dash attack. Interesting mix-up. I like the idea, an offbeat option, but also very punishable if Gaia just holds shield.
Yeah, still looking at like more of a struggle, but again, Hollow has done a really good job here of avoiding kind of those high damage combo starters like up tilt and jab at the low percent. Only sitting at 58% so far against Steve is actually something to be really happy about.
Yeah, Gaia's disadvantage has improved a little bit more as well. We saw him rolling away a lot in those tech situations, and he's not doing that anymore. He's rolling in, he's getting up in place. So it's a little bit more difficult for Hollow to get those openings, get the max out of it.
Absolutely, and now we are seeing Gaia without actually any resources, I think, on his pickaxe is gone. So that's the big diamond threat has been removed.
You'll slap with the hands.
Exactly. Yeah, that back air definitely would have taken the stock if the diamond was still active. But
he could have gone for a bigger punish there, to be honest. But
yeah, but sometimes it's better to just take the safe punish because you can get an even bigger one later. The Razor Leaf to up there is going to take the stock just then.
Yeah, you can just charge F smash, by the way. You don't have to, like, you'll get under the hitbox. Like, the launch is kind of low, everything else isn't, so
but like, Razor Leaf up air looks really cool.
Yeah. The thing is like, on parry, Ganondorf up tilt can punish that move. Like,
that's funny.
That is great. If you ever think your character's unoptimized, remember that Ganon mains found a true punish for up tilt. For Volcano Kick.
Absolutely. And speaking of volcanoes, I'm sure that Guy will be trying to find an up smash or an F smash or something to make this Ivysaur explode, but he's just not able to do it with these Razor Leafs, making it so hard for him to come in. Yeah,
and he's just burning his iron, trying to approach. Hollow doing a much better job at just keeping him out. Oh, no iron at all. This is where it gets dangerous. If he starts getting juggled now, if he's off stage, this is where Hollow can do the most damage, but that back air was so clutch and he needed it to get that extra iron. He's got another diamond on deck as well. If he has to use it, and he crafts it immediately, it's his last stock. He'll take everything he can get, make sure he's got as many tools at his disposal as possible.
Yeah, absolutely, but it doesn't matter as the up air comes through to take that final stock. Moving on to 2-1 in the favor of Hollow. Could we see Hollow come back and take the final game of the set?
Yeah, that's what we were talking about with the counter adaptation. And again, just finding a better way around his new setups and his new block setups, and using that to make sure that he can't get iron, and then using that to get extra juggles like we saw there. He had no anvil, he had no minecart, he has no down air, so you can just go up and hit him, and if he air dodges, you're fine.
And if Ivysaur is hitting you with up air, then you know you're in trouble every single day of the week. So now we are 3-1 in the favor of Hollow. I'm not going to lie, at the end of the last set, I thought we were going to see a clean 3-0 here from Gaia, but no, Hollow is proving me wrong at the very least, and is showing just why this matchup is considered so good for Gaia, as well as why he is so good having made it this far in the bracket. Kind of starting off the same thing again, more Razor Leaf kind of spacing with these big moves.
He went for the hard call out there.
He really did. He does seem to love these up smashes. Okay, and kind of missing the down throw up there, but he's still getting a ton of good damage here against Steve. But, you know, Gaia has been nickel and diming his way up to a quick 62%. He's going to get the Razor Leaf up there here.
Ooh.
Yeah, trying to cancel out the anvil hit, but then going to get to the ground hit anyway.
Yeah. Again, you got to be careful. You got to play around whether or not he's got those resources. Just try and negate iron, because if he doesn't have iron, his disadvantage just isn't very good.
Absolutely. Hollow showing, honestly, like, you know, the counter pick is one thing on the PT, but like he's also showing a ton of really good knowledge about this matchup, which is always great to see.
Yeah, he's showing, you know, when to push that advantage. That clank is disgusting. I think I've seen a lot of characters do that, actually. I think we should look into that a bit more, because there are a lot of characters that just beat up smash, and that's really important.
Against Steve, you want everything that you can get, which is why Hollow goes so low under the stage. He does get the hit, but then does get the SD as well. That is so unfortunate. That is not what you want to see.
He did the hard bit. He hit the mix-up, failed the easy bit, and Gaia, all of that mind game, and none of it will work.
Yep, and Gaia reads the switch here, coming back. Even if he did lose that stock, he is not deterred at all. He will take that SD every day of the week as he comes back here. but Hollow right back in here with the down throw into up airs.
Nice wait out for the anvil. Did a very good job just standing below him and then moving out of the way. Knowing it's not like that fast, if you create enough space for yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And space has been the name of the game as Gaia does try and push Hollow into the side of the stage here. But now he does make his way back, and we are back to this neutral which we have come to know and love between these two characters. Good jump read on the part of Hollow. That is going to take that stock. And suddenly we are seeing Hollow with a stock up on Gaia. No diamond on deck. We're not going to see any early kills here just yet. And back to the mine we go.
That's huge. The fact that he's played 2 stocks without diamond is really, really big.
Yeah, definitely going to just put a dent in his kill power and make it harder for him to secure this last stock from Hollow, which he desperately needs in order to turn this into an even game. Yeah, but he really does not want to take this much damage here. 42% already Hollow has put on. And what will he be turning it into? Will he be winning the entire tournament from this stock?
It all comes down to this. Gaia is on his tournament stock, and he's at a massive deficit, but he does have that diamond on deck. He's got no iron, though. Ooh. Not teching there was actually the better option. If he teched, he'd eaten another F smash and died.
Yeah, absolutely, and he might have died just like this, but no, the spike not going off stage. That could have been an F smash, but the dash attack will take it anyway. We are seeing 68% hit from Gaia. Can he hold onto his stock for long enough to take this game and put himself back in the set?
Here comes the pig loops. He finds a way out.
Can Gaia get something off this? No, he chooses to mine. He goes back to the stage. Hollow is back at the ledge. He goes for the up smash. No punish.
No punish. Really smart. Again, just knowing he's not got that much iron, he's going to pick other defensive options, but Gaia even smarter, just drifting away, not committing to anything. Again, no iron on Gaia. Trying to remine those diamonds, recraft it, get as much durability as possible out of him.
Yeah, Gaia is really struggling here. He cannot get out of the ledge, and without his resources, he's nothing to defend himself with.
Yeah, these Razor Leafs just harassing him in mid-range. And again, running low on iron, gets a little bit more now. He's setting up bigger blocks, forces him to jump over and going to catch him there, and he is still in it.
Running low on iron, but running high in diamonds, baby. That back air is all we need, and well, we are 2-2 in the reset of Grand Finals. This is the last game of Wavesmash Ultimate 11. Who will be taking home the prize here?
We have had 2 phenomenal runs from both of these players, neither of which expected to be sitting in Grand Finals right now. We've had some ridiculous upsets. I feel like you're going to look at the top 8 graphic and assume this bracket was a lot less stacked than it actually was.
Seriously.
Because a lot of these players just made ridiculous runs. None of the top 8 seeds performed as expected as far as I'm aware. So, insane from everyone involved.
Yeah, honestly, just really great play from everyone who has come to this Wavesmash, but none of them has been as exceptional as these 2 players right here. And we are going back into their final game, the same matchups, the same stage, the same great players that you have come to know and love throughout this set. And the same great combos from Gaia as he builds up a ton of percent on Hollow right off the bat, as we have seen. Just these combos from Gaia looking so clean, so fresh.
It's interesting that we aren't seeing many more stage picks. I love the pick loops. And just trying to call out an option there, knowing that he wouldn't be able to get there fast enough.
Yeah, absolutely. Only damage coming back out from Gaia. He's still on wooden tools, so maybe don't expect to stock just yet. And the wait for the dash attack Gaia is playing so clean. He wants this win so badly.
Yeah, it's so scary being in the corner against Steve, because all of a sudden that range deficit that makes this matchup so good for you, it goes away, it disappears. And that's why that 3-high wall is also really strong, because it shortens the play space. You can't really go through it. You have to wait if you want to do that. So you have to go over it, and then even if you get over it safely, you're next to Steve regardless. Yeah. The stage is now a lot smaller.
Yeah, absolutely. Very much a struggle for Hollow, as we are seeing here. Gaia is playing this so well. The stone tools are back out. This death percent is very much what Hollow is in now.
I love the spacing from Gaia there. That was brilliant. The way he's adapted to this matchup is honestly really smart.
Yeah, definitely looking very different than the first set that these 2 played all the way back in Winners Finals, which feels like such a long time ago now.
These players just keep adapting to each other. It's really, really interesting to watch.
Yeah, absolutely. Hollow going really far under the stage, actually using that to safely switch, I think, which was pretty smart, but that flare blitz was considerably less smart. And yeah, Gaia looking really strong here, but that back air looking a whole lot stronger. Coming out from Hollow, taking Gaia's first stock of this final game of the set.
Yeah, Gaia The uppers, the uppers, the uppers!
The up air chain dealing so much damage, actually putting this back to an even game, but Gaia does get his diamond out. So let's see what he can do with it. The immediate minecart sending Ivysaur all the way off to the left side of the stage, well into kill percent from a diamond back air here.
Yeah, Gaia trying to bring it home for RNS here. He's sitting in, honestly, a really good position to what would be a phenomenal run. The back air comes out!
And suddenly we are seeing the final tournament stock from Hollow. Once again, Flare blitzing the crafting table, it doesn't work.
And honestly, like, the way Gaia is playing around this matchup, he's managed to get a Southeast crowd on his side, and that's impressive.
Yeah, that's true. So Gaia actually kind of living in the Southeast for work, so we all know him, we all love him. He's a crazy guy, but he is going to be eating that back air. The Charizard putting in some work, and we are getting us the last stock from both players here.
Is that it? Ooh, hits the sour spot. Oh, no jump!
The extended edge guard from Gaia looking so clean.
He waits.
He's
Oh,
the
that
TNT.
was genius. To catch the roll with that. These setups keep getting more and more intricate for Gaia, but he's out of iron. It's Isabella!
It doesn't work! The set is still going. Everyone is on their feet right now. Everyone wants to know if Gaia can take this stop. If he
Make
can
or
finish
break
it.
for Hollow. Is this the run of a lifetime for him? No!
And huge pop off. And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. The win for Gaia. So hard it put us back to the home screen. No more Smash Bros.
Wavesmash, man. He was not seeded. He was not seeded top 3.
No.
I don't think he was seeded top 8. Neither of them were. What a ridiculous event.
What an insane event. And there we go.
He's not beating him.
Has not beaten the allegations on our side. Not this time.
Can't wait for him to make a graphic for RNS and then pat himself on the back.
Absolutely. Gaia looking super strong this event.
It's of course Kremlin's Cove in December. I hope to see you all there. Alright, and that's the biggest thing I'm putting out. So if you guys could, like, you know, clean up yourselves and please leave the premises nice and timely manner.